Hey everyone, what's up? Shadowlands back for another questions and answers video. You guys really liked the last one, so you know what? It's time to have another one. It's been a couple of months since our second episode, so I'm back with the third one. This is just me going on the Facebook group, finding a whole bunch of people with questions about me, putting them together, and then answering them all for you guys to hear. We have a lot of really interesting ones that don't really have a whole lot to do with combat arms this time. It's more about me this time, which is kind of interesting. Last time it was all about my kind of career with combat arms, and before that it was just kind of random questions, but this time we have some deep philosophical questions involving gaming and life itself. So without any further ado, let's dive right in alphabetical order based on names on Facebook. Alan Coon asks, 1. Do you consider your life so far a good one? Yeah, I've been pretty happy with everything I've had so far. I worked hard in high school and college, and I'm really happy where I am now. I think I'm pretty well set for myself. Second question. Most of these people have 3 questions, by the way. That's how I set up this Q&A video. When do I think I will stop being a gamer? Never. I really can't see myself stopping being a gamer. I love playing video games. I love making video games. I can't see myself ever stopping. It's just a part of my life. 3. What would I do if I won the lottery? I would probably design a certain motorcycle type thing that I've been wanting to design for a while. It's sort of like a lay-down motorcycle. If you guys have ever seen Cloud Strife's motorcycle from the Final Fantasy VII game, in the movie actually, I'm picturing like 2 wheels out front, completely encoded, like you actually can't see directly outside, like there's a screen in front of you inside the vehicle that shows you what the outside world looks like, and then you have a wheel in the back, and I'm kind of picturing like a lay-down motorcycle like that. It'd be really cool to ride. So even if it like flips over, I'd be perfectly fine. I think that's probably what I would do. Brian Vo asks, how will you know if I've lived a full life? And if I was in a tough life or death situation, who would I save? Both my parents or my future wife? If I've lived a full life, I think there's a very famous quote a while back that I actually can't remember who said it right now. It was like, to have made children laugh, to hear them cry, to hear them smile, to see them smile, and a whole bunch of stuff like that about making kids happy. Making other people happy rather than yourself, to have loved and to have lived, that is to have lived fully. I forget actually what the entire quote is. It's a very long quote. It's like a paragraph long, and I forget who said it, but I think that would be kind of my definition of living fully. If I'm in the tough life or death situation, who would I save? Both my parents or future wife? Probably my future wife, because I don't know, I feel like that's a connection that'll last longer, and I know my parents love me very much, and I love them very much as well, so I don't know, that is a very tough one, and if I really had to pick one, I would probably stick with my future wife, because I think that's also what my parents would want me to do too. I don't think they would want me to be so vain as to choose something that I'd be stuck with for the rest of my life over something that I would be just getting rid of for the time being. So, I mean, that is a really tough question to ask, but yeah, I think I would probably have to stay with my future wife. He also asks, would I rather be immortal or have one of my loved ones be immortal? And I can only choose one. I would choose myself, but for a different reason than most of you might think. I could care less about immortality for myself, but I feel like being stuck in life forever without ever having to die is actually kind of more of a curse than a blessing, because you're forever lonely. And if you guys haven't seen an anime called Mirai Nikki, that's actually what it's all about in the very end. So I've seen a lot of negativities about that. I've read a lot of Stephen King's works, and a lot of them are to do with immortality, actually, if you guys have read those before. So there's actually a lot of curses that come with being immortal, so I see that more as a curse rather than actually a blessing, so I would rather take that curse myself than force someone else to live forever, especially in a world like this where it's so flawed and people are not that great. Chris Burton asks, who is my favorite CA YouTuber and why? And if I could put a gun into combat arms, what would it be and what would the name of it be? My favorite combat arms YouTuber, wow. I really like UCD's videos a lot. I watch almost all of his, even though he doesn't just do combat arms anymore. I really like the way that he works, and his commentaries are amazing. I spent a lot of time with him on Skype, so I recognize his personality immediately. I like Sniff a lot, which is very mainstream. Everyone seems to like him, but I like him too. He's really funny. I think if I had to pick one that was kind of off the charts that no other people would really think about, Kiss My Too Sick TV and also Amethyst. I really like both of their editing styles a lot. I don't really watch a lot of montages and edits, but their two channels are really good, and I like theirs a lot. So yeah, they're good. And also, CA for Life. He has not put in a video into top 5 videos of the week for a while. I have not seen a video for combat arms make me laugh as much as his videos. CA for life. I really wish he would come back to YouTube and do more, but he was one of the funniest YouTubers ever, pretty much, for me. So, I love that. Gabe Sandoval, I hope I pronounced your name right. How old was I when I started to play Combat Arms? So I started, my very first time was in 2008. I tried the beta when it was out. And if I'm, 20 now, so just subtract 6 years, I guess I would have been 14, almost 15 probably, I think, because I'm almost 21 now, so yeah, that's about right, I think. Next up, Godfrey Lamb. 1. What would make the perfect video game? Well, considering I'm a game designer, I think the games I make are perfect in my own mind because, well, it's what I like to play and it's what I look for in a game. It's what I think is what makes a perfect game for me, but I think that's a very subjective question. Someone else may hate the game I make. Like, for example, everyone seems to love League of Legends. I hate League of Legends with the passion of 1,000 fires. But I don't think there is truly a perfect video game that will satisfy everybody. If there ever is, I would like to play it. What is my biggest weakness? Ooh. I could give you guys a joking answer for this one, or I could give you a serious answer. My serious answer is shellfish. I'm deathly allergic to shellfish. If I touch one, eat one, whatever, I will die. So that's pretty much my literal weakness, so shellfish. However, my biggest weakness is probably a good anime. If you give me a good anime to sit down and watch, I will power through that and ignore all else until it's done. I've only had a few in my life that actually meet that category. Evangelion, Death Note, Code Geass, kind of mainstream ones. Steins Gate was amazing, but I don't know. I think that's one of my biggest weaknesses. 3. If you had to be stuck in a blank room, like a completely empty room, with one person for 24 hours, who would that person be? And what would I do with that person? I would probably want to be in that room with one of my 3 friends, Chris Clayton, or Chris from MCHD, if you guys watch that series, same Chris. Chris Clayton or Benji, one of my friends, Tony Leon, he's a good friend of mine. I think the 3, any combination of the 3 of them with me would keep me sane. 4 of them would keep me sane. I would do a good job staying not dead if I stuck with them, so I trust them very much and we would have a good time. Probably just like sit there and flick fingernail clippings at each other. I have no idea what we would do. We'd probably be bored out of our minds, but we'd get through it. Ibrahim CH, I actually don't know how to pronounce your name, I'm very sorry, but am I prepared for a zombie apocalypse? Absolutely, I'll go out fighting like Chuck Norris. 2. Am I aware of that Palestine situation at the moment? I am absolutely not. I have no idea what's going on over there. I hope it's something not bad, although I get the feeling it probably is. 3. What important thing have I learned from Combat Arms that I couldn't have learned in another first-person shooter you play? People are dicks. I'm going to leave it at that. Moving on, Johnny Park. What would you do if someone hacked into my YouTube channel and deleted all of my videos and my channel, I think is what he's asking? I'd make another channel and keep doing YouTube because I like doing the videos. I don't really care how many people watch my videos. Even if only one person watched them all, I would probably still make videos because they're fun to make, so that's probably what I would do. I would probably use that chance to completely quit doing Combat Arms videos, but I wouldn't do that now. I mean, I'm going to keep playing Combat Arms for now because it's interesting to play from time to time, but I would just make another channel, simple as that. I might not go for a partnership the next time around, though. Jonathan Thompson asks, my 3 questions for you, Lance, and for your next Q&A, which is this one, I guess. If I could rule my own country, what would it be called, and how would you run it, and what would it be like? That's a lot of questions. It's a very loaded one. I really don't know how I could answer that one. What would it be called? Let's be really lame and call it Shadowlands Land or something stupid like that. I have no idea. If I could rule my own country, though, how would I run it? I think I would run it as like a semi-dictatorship, because there are actually some good things that go around with dictatorships. They are not always perfect, and they rarely work out well, and because absolute power corrupts absolutely, but just, I think if you had the right kind of restraints on someone who had a lot of power, you could do a good job of it. I don't know how it would work well, because I'm not a government person at all. I don't follow that kind of stuff. My dream vehicle, I kind of answered that earlier. If I was like a billionaire, what would I spend my money on? I kind of want that thing, that like weird motorcycle crossbreed thing. And finally, what is the worst fail I've ever had in a video game? Wow, that is a really broad question. I've played a lot of video games. I think it's probably when I was back in 2001, when I was a younger kid. I was playing a game called Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Wow. I spent the first year of playing that game on the very first island on Outset Island. I spent the first year trying to find my grandma, who was right next door from where you start the game. I literally spent the entire year scouring the island trying to find her. I gave up the game for about a month, and then I came back to it and I found her immediately, so that was a really kind of big fail on my part. Chemo CA, I have no idea how to pronounce your name. If you could restart any mistake of my Combat Arms life, what would it be and how would I fix it? Oh, that's a hard one. Probably not getting hacked the first time around. It wasn't really a hack, but they did steal my email information. I gave them the password and username to my account, and I thought I trusted them. I was a little naive kid, did a terrible, stupid thing, bad Shadowlands, bad, and I lost all of my permanents, so that kind of sucked. The only thing that wasn't deleted was my permanent Baron, but then they actually did use that information to go and hack my email account, which was an actual hack, so that kind of sucked. And so yeah, I would probably not do that ever again. He also asks, what would my clan name be if it wasn't Tears of Fear? Well, my original clan name was called Shadow Arms, spelled S-H-A-D-O space Arms. It just gained a really bad rep because I was a terrible recruiter back then, and I just recruited anyone who wanted to join, so obviously we had a lot of hackers in our clan, and then we got a whole bunch of really bad vibe because of that, so I decided to change the name, kick everyone out, and do it the right way around the second time, so that's how Tears of Fear came to be. Kyler Alcock. First, what would be the closest you can get to hell in Combat Arms? Facing the top 5 most, I think he meant skilled players in the game who are armed with only NX Rares, Epics, and Mythics, or be armed against hackers with default weapons. I think the second one, because it'd be more fun to play, and I think it's like, yes, I killed a hacker when I actually get a kill. I think I'd have more fun with that for sure. And second, do I have any more faith left in Combat Arms to fix what's wrong? No, I really don't. I don't really care either way. I'm just going to play the game till it ends and let that be it. Although I make all these videos about how they could fix it, it's all hypothetical. I doubt they're going to take any of this to heart or anything. Do I have any faith in them to fix it? No, I really don't, and I'm not going to sugarcoat that, whatever you want to say it. But if they do fix it, good for them. I might come back and play it more than I do now, but for the time being, I don't think it's worth my time. I'm actually going to split this commentary into a 2-part one because it's getting a little bit long, guys. I will make a second video of this, and I will see you guys in the next one. Shadowlance out.